Hey everybody. I'm going to cover a topic that I think gets overlooked a lot, and it's not an area I'm an expert in, but it's an area that I've had issues in, and so I've had to do research and work with physical therapists and stuff on the kind of damages that have been done to my body from doing a lot of drawing, and especially the work on Strange Death of Alex Raymond. Obviously, the reason I took over for that is Dave had some damage to his wrist. Still don't know what it is. He's kind of reluctant to get medical help. Um, but I, through all of doing this super tiny cross hatching and stuff, and just a career of like hunching over and painting and putting myself in uncomfortable positions and drawing, really being like a wrist and finger drawer instead of someone who works with my whole shoulder and elbow like you should be. I've accrued quite a bit of damage in my right arm and my shoulders and my neck. So I'm just going to share like the few exercises that I've learned in two different categories, different things to do. There's quite a bit actually. Some of them I got from physical therapists. Some of them are just reading around online about the specific kind of damage that I know I have. So by no means am I a medical expert, but I'm pretty sure these are all safe, medically recommended exercises. So the first category, I'll do two videos. The first category is dealing with my elbow and my wrist. I've got a lot of ulnar nerve damage over the years. The ulnar nerve, as far as I understand it, comes out of the C5 or C6 and comes down through the shoulder on the back side, so into your elbow here and then into your wrist, and especially into these two fingers, which get very cramped and numb for me while I'm drawing. And I don't know if you could see in my hands. Yeah, you can pretty obviously how far my left hand can spread out, and especially you'll see that like this finger on this side is very cramped up to my middle finger. It's actually hurting me quite a bit. And if you saw my hands from the side, you would see that this one's flexed back quite a bit more. So I really have limited the mobility in my right hand and put a lot of stress in there. What's happened is in doing all the cross hatching, which when I'm doing it is like a whip motion with my pinkies, I've over engaged my flexors on my forearm way too much for way too long, and under engaged the extensors on the back of my arm. And these are things I probably should be doing more frequently, but I just, I don't have much time anymore. I teach 12 or 13 classes and doing the channel and all that stuff. But these are things that, especially when I was working on Strange Death of Alex Raymond, I was doing halfway through the day, and then again at the end of the day to really try and loosen my hand back up and try and strengthen my extensors so I don't have this weird crippled hand problem that I've got, and it's just closed. When I sleep, it closes. And then B, try and diminish some of the pain of the ulnar nerve. It's not carpal tunnel, it's called cubital tunnel, and I haven't got a medical diagnosis on it, but what I've read, that's pretty similar, and the spots are similar. So there's a series of what called ulnar nerve glides that are meant to like get that nerve back into a healthy place, or at least get the arm and the shoulder more loosened up so you're not pinching the nerves. The other category of stuff I'll do another video for is from hunching over. I've now got a degenerative disc disorder in like 3 of my cervical vertebrae, and so I've gone to physical therapy to try and not be the hunched over Cro-Magnon artist that we all become, and try and get my back strength back. I mean, I've always been very strong back there, but not in the small, the small muscles that really count for posture, and some neck exercises they gave me. So for this one, I'm going to focus on the hand and wrist and elbow. One of the big things that I found is helpful is there was a series of these rubber band things. This is the third one. I haven't done them in a while, so I'm going to be super weak. But they had a series so you could kind of work your way up. And it's just rubber band, doing exercise like this. I'm pretty weak. I can't extend my whole hand out now. So maybe like 20 of these, and then keeping it open and flexing it like this to try and really get the extensors. And like, I'm super weak and that hurts really bad already. And then at the end of that, keeping it and rotating it for 20. So that really, really helped me when I was doing strange death, especially after I'd been cramped up and drawing all day. I would do those. I had the lighter ones. I threw them away because I got stronger, and then I haven't done them now. So I've got the heavy one, and I can't use it anymore. But those really helped at the end of a day of drawing. The other thing that helped at the end of the day of drawing, and that's pretty easy to do still, are the ulnar nerve glides. And there's a whole bunch of them I learned. They look kind of stupid, but I'll go through a whole bunch of them. I take my glasses off actually for one of them. The big one that you see every time you look at ulnar nerve glide is doing the Batman Watusi thing. And like, I can't even, you see I can't get my right arm back, but trying to do that and then hold it and pull the shoulders back. And then also like rotational, hold it and rotate. Hold it and rotate. That's a big one that you'll see when you do any of the research. This kind of stuff, like just flexing out, and again you're focusing more on the extensors than the flexors. So that kind of thing going forward. I'm getting some good crunchy pops there, and I would do like 10 or 15 of these a piece. Just flexing like this is a good one. Rotating up to the ear and back down, and my hand's going back down this way. It's off camera. That was one of the most helpful ones to me. Pushing out and then pushing up were all very helpful. Another one that I really liked is putting the arm out and flexing the hand up, and then really focusing on the flex back and then pull. And I found that was helpful for me because it was engaging the full chain of like where it's potentially getting pinched in the shoulder, where it's potentially getting pinched in the elbow, and where it's getting pinched in the wrist. So that one always really helped me kind of feel better after the full day of drawing. And like I said, really I should be doing this stuff every day, but time problems. Also, starting with the hand like this and then rotating, just not rotating, but like pulling back. Rotating the hand and pulling back. That one always gave me a lot of relief as well. And then also like, ooh, I got a crunch there too. I mostly do them with my right arm because that's the one that hurts, but I should probably be doing them with both. So it's kind of like you're doing a curl and pulling back, so you're really getting action there. And then just twisting. Like that really helped, and twisting the neck opposite. So turning the chin, I don't know if you can see my chin, opposite of the one that's turning backwards, and then flexing up and flexing out. So that was a quick series of things that I would do. I don't remember how long it takes, 10 minutes or so, because I was doing 15 to 20 a piece, and that really, really helped. Like I said, I've just been so busy that, you know, I haven't been doing what I should be, and I'm not drawing as much, so I'm not feeling the pain, but, you know, the weakness in the hand is definitely still there. So those are things that everyone should, I think all cartoonists should be doing. We should all make a habit of it, you know, even though I'm guilty of not doing it. Taking breaks in between, just doing stuff like that. Super simple stuff that you know, it's not something I see talked about as much. So since I've struggled with it, and it was such a big part of Strange Death of Alex Raymond, I figured I'd share that. I'll go right now and record the series of exercises that my physical therapist gave me to deal with my neck and back shoulder problems that I have from hunching over. So check for that maybe another couple days a week.